Hey guys, okay, so today we're making another specialty video. This video is for a Miss Candace. So Candace has a regular just day-to-day job where she does a lot of inventory and data collection type of stuff. She works in a formal office, so she is in heels every day and she needs to be presented nicely in front of her coworkers. So as a result of having heels on all the time and constantly straining her foot, she has a condition that is now known as plantar fasciitis. So basically what that is, and remember, it's not to get confused with heel spurs. Heel spurs are more like calcification, so it's basically like, think of a different bone just kind of growing from the heel itself. So it's a little bump, can cause a lot of pain. If you catch it early, you can get it shaven down manually. If not, then unfortunately surgery is the option for that. But plantar fasciitis is different. So plantar fasciitis is actually the strain in the bottom part of your foot. So with most people who wear heels, one of the things that you don't realize earlier on into age, because your body is just so adaptive and able to take a lot of pain, is that you're putting a lot of pressure on the arch of your foot itself. That can cause the arch to drop. It can cause the arch to become higher depending on the kind of heels that you're wearing, how you're walking, and things of that nature. So we want to be really wary and aware that you want to try to be as wearing a shoe that will support your arch and support the bottom of your foot, but not necessarily alter it. So you don't want anything that's too tight, definitely not too loose. A lot of people like to wear their shoes untied and loose. That's really bad. You cause a lot of shifting within the shoe itself. So your foot, as you're walking, slides back and forth. As a result, what ends up happening is that the muscles in the bottom of your foot constantly have to flex to push against all that different resistance that's happening. Now, as a result of that, then you end up getting the condition known as plantar fasciitis. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a few exercises to help reduce that pain and eliminate it, hopefully, if it's in the early stages. So again, guys, if you are wearing heels all the time, try not to wear some crazy 6-inch heel where you're going to cause a lot of pain. Also, if the pain is starting to reach your knees and into your hips, it's a really good indication that you need to start stretching and doing a lot of different things and probably get away from the heels. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to actually want to start rolling out the arch of your foot. So I'm just using a broomstick here. You can use any kind of pole, or if you have a tennis ball or medicine ball, it works as well. So I'm just going to place the arch of my foot over top of the broomstick here. I'm just going to roll it back and forth. You'll feel where the pressure points are and where the knots are, so you'll want to go over those edges a little bit more than the other ones. But this should be a really good way to start releasing the muscle so that they're not as tense, and then you won't get as much pain to the bottom part of your foot. Another really effective exercise is called an arch lift. So simply all you're going to do is you're going to place your foot flat on the ground so that your heels and your toes are on the floor. Then all you simply want to do is try to lift solely the arch of your foot up and then relax it back down. Okay, you want to bring it up and then back down as high as you can. In the beginning, you may not get too much of an arch into your foot, but then as your foot begins to get stronger again, the strain goes down, the arch should increase significantly. Okay, the next exercise is going to be a little bit difficult for some people, especially if their foot is in significant pain. So what we're going to do is called the toe grab. So here I just have a small towel laid up onto the ground. If you don't have a small towel, you can use any kind of size towel, it doesn't make a difference. So all I simply want to do is I'm placing my toes over top of the towel and I just want to bunch them up. Okay, so I'm trying to actually crunch the towel underneath my foot, keeping my heel down as my toes and my foot are doing the work. Okay? Now this should again help reduce a lot of the pain and increase the mobility into your foot itself. Okay, so the last exercise I'm going to show you is simply just a calf raise. Now to do that, we're just going to simply stand right up onto our tippy toes as high as you can and then back down. Try not to let your feet roll over to the sides or anything like that, keeping all 5 toes up onto the ground, and we're pushing through each one of those toes. Now again, that should help strengthen the bottom of the foot into the arch of the foot itself. That's going to again reduce a lot of the pain and create a lot more mobility into your feet. Now remember, if you are wearing those heels and you are getting a lot of the pain into your knees and your hips, you're going to want to be doing a lot of stretching to relieve some of that pain from the hips downwards as well. Okay, so those were a few basic exercises to get you started with plantar fasciitis. If those do not work, or if they're not complicated enough exercises for you, if you're a pretty fit individual already, then give us a call or a message and we'll be able to give you some more exercises to help with your conditions.